Hey there everyone, welcome back to Weir Yard, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the trees that I've been using up here on Weir Yard. Now there are quite a few really good products out there on the market, but the particular one I want to talk about today is the Hornby Skale Scenics trees. And Hornby have been very kind to send over a pack of these and asked me to review them. And actually, as fortune would have it, I've already been using an awful lot of these trees because I think they're actually a really good product. So let's take a look. These are the trees that Hornby have very kindly sent over for me to take a look at, and they come from the Scale Scenics range. It's a relatively new range that Hornby have of ready-made trees. They're pretty much ready to plant, if you pardon the pun, and they do them in a variety of different sizes as well as different species of trees, so there's quite a good variety available. And if you're the sort of person who maybe has grown a little bit tired of the basic nature of bottle brush type trees that, well, have been available for many, many years, and perhaps don't really feel experienced enough to make your own trees, either from kits or completely from scratch, then these offer a very good intermediate stage that you can go for and have a really good effect on your model layout without needing to build anything yourself. And well, as a starting point, they are brilliant to populate the scenery on your layout. And you can add to the forests over time. You can try making trees at a later date, but these really are great for getting you started. This particular pack is a catalogue number R7202, and they're known as classic trees, fruit trees, 8 centimetres tall, 3 pieces. So you can see there, this particular pack comes with 3 trees in it. Although the different packs that they do include some small bushes, which have 5 or 6 pieces, and also some quite large trees where you get a single item in the pack. And I'm going to show you a few of those in just a moment. But first up, let's get these out of the packaging and just take a closer look at how they perform on this model. Well, they're held in the blister pack here, just with staples onto the card back. And actually on the back, this gives you an idea of other trees in the range. So maple trees, beech trees, birch trees, fir trees. There's the bushes that I talked about there as well, and then we've got these single large trees. So we've got oak trees, lime trees, horse chestnut trees. Really, there is an exceptionally good range, and there's actually more than what is shown on the back here. But they're quite easy to open. You just remove those staples, and what you'll find is that the trees themselves are kind of glued, not excessively so, but fastened with a little bit of glue to these card bases. So we're just going to need to peel them very carefully off. So I'm going to get on. I need both hands to do that. So I'm going to get these out of the blister pack. You can see here I've taken the outer blister off, and they're just lightly glued to the card inlay. So very easy to peel off. Not really needing to worry about any bits of card that may be left on there, because when you glue them down, that all gets hidden away. It's not a problem. And when you do peel them off, if they come with a little bit extra of this base peels off with it, it's quite easy to just peel any of that off and get rid of it so it isn't visible on the model. Now, the actual construction of these trees, these particular ones, we've got a pretty decent armature in there, finished in a matte brown bark-like colour. But the actual leaves, they do vary from tree to tree, depending on species. And these particular ones, it's a kind of a green foam. If I'm looking for a downside at all, the only thing that I would have to say is that there's no evidence of fruit on these. That said, fruit trees don't always have fruit on them all year round, but they do provide an excellent starting point to be able to add in extra detail. So I'm looking at these and I'm thinking that a spray over with something like extra stronghold hairspray, then you can use some of the scatters that Hornby have in their range to roll these trees into to kind of build up the foliage and give a variety of subtle colour differences and textures. So these are an excellent starting point to be able to learn some of the scenery techniques to be able to improve upon what we've got here. The actual trunks in these have a degree of flexibility, so I'm flexing that. You can bend them into slightly different shapes if you really want to, but they do stand up to some rough handling, and I'm pretty pleased with what we got here. Trees are freestanding on the base that they come with, which has been modelled to look like a root cluster. So as you can see here, they don't look out of place, just plonked as is. It means that they're also eminently suitable for permanent and temporary layouts. You can position them at will. They don't have to be fastened down, and it gives you ample opportunity either to put them out temporarily or indeed to test fit them anywhere you like around your model railway and decide where you want them more permanently fastened. So you can see here, these are just standing here. They look pretty good just doing that. If you want to fix them more permanently, then there's any number of different glues which I've found suitable to stick them down. I've used gel-like super glue. I've also used other glues such as Yoo-Hoo or Bostik, as well as standard PVA and Deluxe Materials' Speed Bond, all with success to stick these down. Now, as I alluded to before, whilst these three trees have kindly been sent over by Hornby for review, I've already been using a lot of these products completely independently on Weir Yard. So I want to show you some of the other trees in the flesh that Hornby have in the Scale Scenics range so that you can see the kind of variety that is available. So if we look over here, there's a whole cluster of Scale Scenics trees which I've already fitted to my layout. We've got acacia trees there, and then also, in my opinion, one of the highlights of the range is that tree with the tree house. That actually is a stock item from Hornby, so you can buy that exact same model for yourself. It's available, I've seen it at retailers for about £20, so it is quite expensive, but you get a lot for your money. And I've had some of the leading figures within the model railway world comment that they thought that that was actually scratch built rather than a mass-produced item. So it shows that actually you do get a very, very good item for your money. We've also got lime trees, fir trees, and other trees dotted around. You can also see in the background that in the Scale Scenics range they do bulk packs of trees that are suitable for in the middle distance to background. These are a very cost-effective way to be able to fill out a scene, as I've got here with this hillside, and you can mix and match the two different types of the bespoke trees here at the front and the bulk packs at the back, and you can get a pretty reasonable effect. Now, I've been building up these trees over time as and when money has permitted for me to get some more. So it does mean that you can kind of add to a scene over time. You don't have to put everything up there at once. And you can get a really good effect by mixing and matching all of the different trees in the range, as you see here, to produce a much more organic and natural effect in a wooded area. I'd like to extend a big thank you to Hornby for sending these over for review, and I've been able to, as a result, show you a little bit more in depth about these products, the Scale Scenics from Hornby. As I said before, it's quite an extensive range, and it provides an opportunity to very quickly build up some pretty good looking trees to any model railway, either as a starting point for building your own trees and for embellishing these as you see fit, But also for those people who perhaps don't enjoy making trees, these are an ideal opportunity to get professional looking trees onto your layout without having to try and build them yourselves. Building trees isn't necessarily everybody's cup of tea, and it's really good to see that these products are reaching the market that cater for not only the experienced modeller but also the novice that wants to have a really good look to their model railway. In terms of an overall score, I think that it's a good solid 9 out of 10. Some of the trees look absolutely amazing straight out of the box. Others, such as these fruit trees, make an ideal starting point to be able to add in a few simple scenery techniques to really bring them out to their fore. And actually, I think that that adds to a range to be able to have something that allows a modeller to put their own personalised touch to a model. Anyway, I hope that has been informative to you. Don't forget to like this video, share it too, and also subscribe to the channel, and you'll be the first person to know about new videos as and when they go up, especially if you ring that bell. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying from here in the loft, Weir Yard, a big thank you to Hornby for sending over the review samples, and until next time, you take really good care of yourself. It's been great to have you watching, great to have your company, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now. Today's video has been brought to you in part thanks to the generous donation of my fans on Patreon, and a huge thanks goes out to Anthony Kidson, Mark Anthony, Michael Churchwood, Bob Threeton, Alec Ralph, Anthony Hunt, William Wade, Wayne Johns, and Offshore Alan. If you'd like to help support the show, head on over to patreon.com/Jennifer Kirk. Thank you. Today's video has been brought to you by my books, Bringing Home the Stars, Twinkle Little Star, and also you can get the complete comic collections of All Over the House, Books 1, Books 2, and also the wacky zany Life of Knobty Mouse. Thanks, and catch you later.